So obviously this is your Nestor Martin Stanford 13 stove. To open the door is quite simple. Now you've got to remember all this stove gets hot, so you are given a glove.
Yeah.
Obviously the handle itself can get very hot as well. You are also then given 2 tools to operate the stove with. This is just for riddling, so you can obviously reach behind your log guard and use it flat just to move the ash to drop through into your ash pan. The ash pan and everything is under this little door, which opens by lifting slightly, and it just opens. And your ash pan's behind this little door here. So you unlock your little door. It's obviously all a bit new, so it's very tight. And then this little lever fits into here. Remove that and obviously de-ash. Don't ever let your ash overfill, because it will obviously block up the air vents and also then start to bridge the grate, and you run the risk then of burning through the metal grate inside. So always, once this starts getting full, discard. Never discard it straight into your bin, always into a safe metal bucket or container outside. Make sure it's completely extinguished before you do then discard. So another thing just to bear in mind with this little door is to make sure it's fully closed. If not, it will allow a lot of air into the stove, and then you can't really control the burn. This stove also has a riddle, so you can rock the inside. Again, more for when burning smokeless coal, they keep the ash around them as they burn, so you rock them backwards and forwards, the ash drops through, they get nice and hot, so then you can refuel, get good combustion and easy to light again. Now this stove to operate has 2 air controls really. There's this little lever here which slides up for A, for wood burning, down for B, which is for burning anthracite, and in the middle for when you want to burn wood and, for burning smokeless coal, and also for, in that position for lighting. It then has this wheel here, which has a little notch in the top, tells you which way it's pointing. At the moment it's at 6, obviously on normal operating you'll be between around about 4 to 5. But for lighting on this stove, it won't go past 6 unless you press this little button in, and then that goes round to the little match symbol on the left hand side. That's in the lighting position. Next then, so in here we have a bit of kindling with a fire lighter in the bottom, so we're just going to light that and do a little demonstration. On this stove, because on the lighting position round at the little match icon, it allows a lot of air into the stove. So you don't need to keep the door ajar, you can close the door. However, this stove has never been used. We might get a little bit of condensation forming just on initial lighting. And if we do, we'll just open the door a little bit, allow a little bit of air in for a couple of seconds, just to clear that. You then obviously take your time, you let this fire get established. If you wanted to start with wood, I'd advise a little good pile of kindling. Once it starts to get established, a couple of smaller bits first before then adding a substantial sized log. Kindling burns and lights very quickly, however it does end up being not a lot left at the bottom. You want a charcoal fire bed if you can. And obviously starting with the smokeless fuel as well, a few ovals in and around your kindling just to get it to all start to light. We just give it a bit of time. So we give the fire a bit of time just to establish a little bit. Because we are getting it going, so we'll just drop this back now, so it'll click as it drops off the lighting position into number 6. We're burning wood, so we will then bring that up to A at the top. This now allows the air then travels in and comes a bit more from the top, so wood likes air from above, whereas smokeless coal likes air from underneath, hence the little lever to change direction. As this fire then gets established, you'll then look to turn this lever probably around about 5 or 4, and then that's in the position to keep prolonged burning and just keep going. As the fire dies down, get your little riddle lever here, just knock the coals about a little bit in the bottom, the charcoal coals. They'll get nice and hot so that when you do refuel, good combustion. So you really haven't got to move this from where it's set. Like I said, there is a prolonged system of trying to get the stove to burn wood through the night, but that's you just fine tuning things and
Yeah.
learning how to do it yourself.
Yeah.